Hi, my name is KBrown, and this is my Knowledge Integration 2 for junior year. A little bit about me. My major is biomedical and electrical engineering. I am currently a junior out of 5 years, so I'm getting there. The EC classes that I'm enrolled in this semester are EC 311, EC 331, and EC 341. A summary about what I'm going to talk about today are the KIs covering the entirety of our junior year in ECE is all about the smartphone. And so for the pre-work for the second KI, it was all about the audio backend system, which I will talk a little bit about in my next slide. And for the pre-work, we analyzed the audio backend system of a generic smartphone, and it was shown in a figure which I will show later on. And then from there, we used key concepts from each ECE course in order to analyze all the different parts. The audio backend system is shown in the figure. This is taken directly from the pre-work, and so it shows a voltage source into the audio amplifier and then a voltage coming out of the audio amplifier and going into a speaker. And inside the audio amplifier is 2 voltage sources, a resistor, and 2 MOSFET transistors, which are shown. And then the junior year concepts are from 311, which was questions 1 through 3 on the pre-work, which involved assuming that the audio amplifier was a linear time invariant system and finding the output on cadence. And then we did that for different frequency values to find the frequency response. And then using the frequency in our answer, we had to find the magnitude of the frequency at different frequencies from 0 to 6. And then that helped us to determine different things. And then we also graphed our solutions in MATLAB to see the magnitude response. And then for the third question of the 311, we had to find the Fourier series coefficients, and then we had to truncate the expression and put that into MATLAB. And moving on to the 331 concepts, that was questions 4 through 6, which involved using cadence to find the small signal quantities of both transistors for GM and R naught. And then we also used a new signal to be fed into the amplifier, and we had to decide what we thought that this signal, like how the signal would change in our output. And then we also discussed why a source follower is needed. And then moving on to the concepts from 341, we looked at the amplifier, speaker, and magnetic circuits, and I put a figure in here that shows the speaker and how it is made and set up, because that was one of the questions we had to talk about, which we had to draw, I think, in figure 7. And then using a figure from the pre-work, we had to find an equivalent voltage generator and linear resistors, and then compare our results using 2 different techniques. Then for the very last question, we looked into a nonlinear ferromagnetic material as the core in the figure, and we needed to find the operating point in the intersection. And then we compared that to finding the operating point of a magnetic circuit versus a BJT or MOSFET transistors. In conclusion, I thought that the audio backend system was very interesting. I think it helped me a lot to be able to put all the concepts from the 3 classes together, because I think the first KI, it was really hard for me to put the concepts together and see how they worked together, but this definitely brought 341 into the other 2, which I had trouble with the first time. And I think it's smart that the junior year KIs are about a smartphone, because I think since pretty much everyone, has a smartphone, I think it really helps to engage us and make us want to learn and put all the classes together. So thank you for watching my presentation.